Rahubat Yassar. Welcome to another Paa Taraq reading with the Supreme Grand Council of 24 Elders. Anuki Kamemtet Mefdet Sai. Paa Nashad will be read by Katie Matt Ray.
Anuki Katie Maat Ray. Paa Nashad. Anuki Dakal Pa Ashag and Pa Paut, Wu Kalal Ashag Kawan Dakolni. Anuki Kasam Un Afaf Pa Paut, Wu Pa Paut Kawan Kasam Un Afafni. Anuki Wahu Ama Pa Paut, Wu Pa Paut Kawan Wahu Amani. Nuk Kador Naju Ama Kasam Un M Pa Paut, Wu Kabub Ama Shakasan. Nuk Kador Kawan Kalal Pafaf Nuk Rakhub Dakal Papa Ut. Talamar Rakabni Kawan Bakoy Dakal Papa Ut. Anuki Yabab Bina Fusni. Papa Ut Kawan Anuki. Papa Ut Kador Nuk Kador. Papa Ut Amul Nuk Amul.
The Proclamation. Likum, Nuwapu Nuwapians, look at those who cheat and speak untruths, yet they still claim to be one of us, one of our loyal populace. We true Nuwapu Nuwapians have these proclamations. 1. Do not tread in the path of Dawal, evil, on his highway of lawlessness. 2. Do not lie about Wunuwap by rejecting Pa Manzel Nadar Amun Nabab Reye Achak Patah Zetwi. 3. Do not lie misusing our creed of truth, Hakak, by ignoring the facts. 4. Do not lie and claim you are a true lover of truth unless you are practicing it. 5. Do not lie and say you can be trusted and loyal to your true race, Nuwapu Nuwapians, when you are not. 6. Do not lie and say you are the peacemaker when you are indeed the source of arguments, fights, and gossip. 7. Do not lie and commit atrocities by rejecting Ma'at, reconciliation, when other Nuwapu Nuwapians wish to make up. 8. Do not lie and say you can be trusted while you sneak around violating all that you claim is best for our people. 9. Do not lie, deceive, cheat by acting and living in the image of this beast man of sin. If you undertake these responsibilities, let it be known by your actions. Tawakum. Paa Taraq will be read in 2 parts tonight. Part 1 will be read by Cecile and Ray.
Rahubat Yassar. This will be part 1, Paa Taraq, chapter called Ignorance. 1. Wu Nuwup is the science of sound right reason, and it adheres are the sons and daughters of sound right reason. 2. Belief is ignorance, faith is ignorance, yet Wu Nuwupu is confirmation fact. 3. If one has to have faith, hope, or to believe, then that means one thing and one thing only: you do not know. 4. And if you don't have facts or confirmation, but only faith, belief, hope, that is ignorance. 5. It is fine to wish, want, to desire, to wish for something, to long for something. 6. That's fine, but not when it comes to our very soul, our destination, our outcome. 7. No, no, no. So belief and faith when it comes to religion is ignoring the truth and facts confirmation. 8. So the most deceptive words in any religion are the words believe, belief, faith, because you can believe anything, and this means that you can believe a thing and be dead wrong or mistaken. 9. But confirmation, proof births correct information, and the thing that being confirmed gives you true confidence, and this is by confirmation. Facts, not faith. 10. But the real, not illusion, fictions, and fantasies. 11. The real deal, but belief infers doubt. 12. Wu Nuwup can be checked out by one or more of these tests. Experience, and that's our bloodline, our genes, our DNA as found in the many mummies uncovered in Africa's Egypt. 13. And there is evidence that's what's dug up, uncovered, or standing, such as the pyramids, tombs, temples, papyrus, texts, writings on the walls, drawings and reasonings. 14. As we can do with Nuwup, we see on those walls ourselves. We see our own face, our own race, our own lips, our own hair, our own colors. 15. That what we see and reason. I am them, they are me. 16. Not some god or spook who asks you, fear me, tremble at my name, kill animals for me, burn flesh for me, take our lands over yours, kill people for me, rape for me, steal for me, lie for me, and never see me or have any confirmation that he or it really exists except by words of other men. 17. Books written by a hand of men and called Holy Scripture, men who call themselves prophets, apostles, Christ, but it's all hope. 18. You sing, he is coming, 2,000 years as to Jesus, and 4,000 as to the Jewish Messiah, 1,500 as to the Muslim Messiah, and about their God. Always unseen, unheard, has no flesh, is a spook. 19. Yet an unseen spirit, no confirmation that or they ever exist. Truth is truth. 20. Ask how long is soon, how near is soon, how soon. 1,000 years more. It's been 6,000 years you have been saying, he is coming. 21. He let you suffer, be tortured, killed, get sick, diseased, deformed, children born, poor people, hungry people, and they claim to believe, but they get no help in your own time. 22. You can quote to us years ago things written by men, but I'm talking about you right now. 23. Look at the world. Babies die by the thousands each day. Children taken, raped, killed, dismembered. Bombs, guns, drive-bys. People hung in racism for nothing and jailed for nothing. 24. You pray and pray, but nothing by hope. Wishing, but still today, men kill men and women and children dying right now. 25. No one steps in to stop all the wars, drugs, poisons. Why? Because you have been saying unseen, unheard. 26. You can talk to yourself and think your God is speaking to you. 27. You be the one of the 100 who was saved, and you say, God saved me, healed me, helped me, but what about the other 99? 28. You have to say 0. They did not believe in God like I do. That is the spell of ignorance. 29. Nothing he taught you is confirmed but death of the physical body that he knows you know, so he used it in church, mosques, temples, all full of people who fear death, that all. 30. They are afraid to die. 31. They want to think there is something better. 32. So they sit each week, listen to a preacher preach about spookism, ghosts, spirit. 33. Jesus died, but he came back alive. That's what they want you to think will happen to them. 34. Then there are others in church to make friends to listen to the music. 35. That's all. No other reason they fear to die. Lonely, love music or singing of any kind. 36. Religion is scare tactics. 37. The more fear he can preach, the bigger the congregation of those who fear death or dying. No use for a logical reason. 38. Nuwup, pass the test. 39. The evidence is there. You are it. 40. The evidence is there. You are it. And that reasons out. 41. When I say Jew, you know that not you. 42. When I say Jesus, you see a Caucasian. 43. When I say Muhammad, you think Arab. 44. When I say Egypt, you think pyramid, sphinx, and then you see faces, dressed bodies, symbols, and your souls say, that is me. Those are mine. 45. You reason out by experience and evidence. 46. That's your way of life. That's Wunuwup, Napata, Nobatia, Makoraya, Nubia, Kush, Dongola, Bassa, Nuwapu from Napata, or Nuwupu from Nobatia. That's your confirmation. 47. Don't believe me, look it up. See yourself for yourself. 48. When I say Arab, you don't see self. 49. When I say Indian, you don't see self. When I say American, you don't see self. When I say African, you see self. That's a fact. 52. You can always use experience tests because the experience test is not out of reach. 53. You are the evidence and reason. 54. Now that Nuwapu is the science of experience, evidence and reason, because 9 ether is Sakhem, the 9 lives of the feline Sakhem Mut. That is our power. 55. The great cat, Paa Taraq, the Sphinx, looking eastward, knowing the constellations are moving and knowing, not hoping, that the alignment is coming when daytime moment. 56. This we know that is 9 ethers power. 57. It's not the 5th element woman out of her Nu or Nun from Anun Re, her womb birth in 9 months. 58. 9 ether by nature is female, and male spirit forces semen ovum of all Nuwapians or Pathites, and the scientific name of 9 ether will be disclosed in the Wunuwup science, Wunuwup Nuwapians, when the minds of those Pathites capable of entering the new cycle have been qualified by breaking the spell of ignorance. 59. Our nature is called Najar-U. 60. Nuwapian forces, 9 ether, first visits the mind of their prosperity because they know that nothing can be done right unless the mind is right. And the mind cannot be right unless it has accepted Wunuwup, self, and kind. 61. 6 ether and spook ghosts cause Nagaru Negroids to kill self and kind in many ways, a form of suicide by giving them blind faith, dreams of false powers, and support which is not there when 9 ether is killed or die for their 6 ether. 62. 6 ether and their spirit ghosts activate our people's mind foolishly to provoke their own death. 63. Lust, weaknesses of all the Kakusu Caucasian pleasures. 6 ether love blood of 9 ether. To have innocent blood is how they subsist. 64. You sustain them. 65. And by your bloodshed, the 6 ether spirit forces get stronger and control this atmosphere and maintain Caucaso-Caucasian strength in its false religions, and this prolongs their domination over our people. 66. They feed their cannibal gods your flesh and blood. 67. Dig up graves, remove your organs, and eat them. 68. They will beat, shoot, stab, hang you, fast cars, sports, drugs, poison, foods, lust, and disease. 69. All to offer you to their god Molech, who is an Elohim. 70. He will beat or kill you right out openly because he knows you have been taught to fear death, and 6 ether is death. 71. So you fear him. 72. He can come in your home, take your children, your father, your mother, your wife, your husband, your leaders, right from you, and you are afraid to do anything. 73. Take your home, land, money, and fear keeps you enslaved. 74. As long as they keep fear in your heart, they can kill, and their gods are pleased with the offerings. You are yours. 75. They seek your mind, soul, spirit, and body, and you give them by your belief in them as your God. 76. When you accept their image of Jesus, the Son of God, you see many pictures they have of Jesus as a Canaanite, Caucasian. 77. Like father, like son. So if you accept the Euro images of Mary, Joseph, the disciples, and Jesus, then you are accepting that when you pray, Our Father who art in heaven, he is also the same Euro image. 78. An old Caucasian man. 79. The same with Hebrews, Israelites, Jews. Now, if you are a Rastafarian, you have Haile Selassie, born 1892 to 1975 AD, as your Christ. But still, the God in heaven has been stamped on your mind's eye, and in Islam, it's the same thing. 80. The Quran even states evil people's faces will be black on Judgment Day. Quran chapter 3 verses 106 through 107. White face, or the color white and the color black, not shining or darkened, but abyad, white, and aswad, black. That's racism. Note verse 107. It says, Wajahum abyad alahiyya ama wa. Translated, and as for those with white-faced people, the next verse, Kaladuna fiya whom Allah rahmati fiya. Translation, so they will be in the God, Allah mercy, forever. 81. That is right out of Islamic racism as found in their Holy Quran. 82. The word for black is the same in Sudan, which is the root of black people world over. 83. Sudan is the original name for Africa, and all maps as far back as 610 to 632 AD, when the Quran was received. 84. So how can I pray to a God who said that to his prophet Muhammad, which their books call the Hadith and the Sunnah, repeatedly describe Muhammad as white, red man with straight fur? 85. And they make sure they point out that one of his followers was an Ethiopian, a black man named Bilal ibn Rabah, who called the people to prayer, a singer, and they repeat how Muhammad looked. 86. And there are pictures done of him. His face is covered, but white hands and feet, as well as his family, as in Iran. You see many pictures of Hassan, son of Fatima, the prophet daughter by Ali, the prophet nephew. 87. These are drawings, statues, not real pictures. 88. So all that is placed in your mind's eye, you can pretend you don't see it that way, but your subconscious mind does it for your soul. 89. There is no way around their religion and their racism, hate of you. 90. If you are my kind, you are my kin. 91. That's a fact, and we can see our seed in Egypt, not in theirs, not in others. 92. And as for that foolishness, we are the original Arabs from Ishmael's son Kedar. 93. That may be true, but back then the land was called Arabia. There were no thing as Arabs. 94. As well as while Abraham lived in the Ur of Chaldea, there was no such name as Hebrew. 95. And Israelites only came about because Jacob, son of Isaac, son of Abraham, wrestled with an angel in the form of a man. Genesis chapter 32, verses 22 to 32. Not such a good thing. 96. Moabites and Ammonites, born out of incest. Genesis chapter 19, verses 30 through 33. 97. Stop claiming we are Moabites or Amomites, and stop claiming we are Canaanites, born out of a curse. Genesis chapter 9, verses 18 through 25. Lepers of Leviticus chapter 13. 98. And as for the name Asiatic black man, they do exist. They are Dravidians of India, people of Punjab and Gangetic plains. 99. Dravidian or Nagos were the original Indian Aryans. 100. Dark-skinned with straight fur for hair, as found in their writings, the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. 101. They had Hindu gods. Their language is Sanskrit, and their evil god is Kali, who is black. 102. So Asia is a word, Asian, which means Orient as in Orientals, Asian, Mongoloids, Chinese, Japanese, Koreans, and others from Asia who mixed as did Buddha, who moved from India to China and set up Buddhism. 103. You are not Asiatic black men and women. 104. We are not Asiatic blacks. That was and is the Dravidians, original Aryans of India. 105. Stop making false claims. 106. You are putting tea bags in pure water looking for a new drink. 107. The original people had no fur at all. Much later grew woolly hair, 9 ether, while the beast man, Bigfoot, from the caves had fur, 6 ether. 108. You are not any of those claims. 109. Why do you deny what you can see with your own eyes on the walls of Egypt? 110. The greatest of all people. 111. All the Euro's secret orders go back to Egypt, Masonic, Knight of Columbus, Rosecrux, Astara, Shriners. 112. The teachings of the Nation of Islam goes back to Egypt as the first civilization. So does the Moorish Americans. Tawakkul.
Part 2 of Paa Taraq will be read by Kek Sin Ray.
Robert Yasar, Anuki Kekson Ray. Part 2, 113. It's only to accept the Jewish Bible as their guide or Quran that talk bad about the Egyptians, and they don't even have their complete teachings or books. 114. They need to reread these lost books And there are even more than these they don't want you to read, or they hide from you and claim they were lost or never found. The Haggadah, the Book of Lamech, the Book of Ezra, the Swedi Pigraha, the Midrash, the Zohar, the Book of Enoch, the Book of Enki, the Halacha, the Book of Baruch, the Talmud, the Mishnah, the Gospels of the Gnostics, the Kabbalah, the Book of Jubilees, the Book of Jasher, the Book of the Wars of the Yahweh, the Tale of Adapa, the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Enuma Elish, the Myth of Zu, the Life of Adam, and even all of the Egypt texts, the Book of the Story of Adam, the Book of the Acts of Solomon, the Chronicle of the King of Judah, the Chronicle of the Kings of Judah, the Chronicle of the Kings of Israel, many Dead Sea Scrolls uncovered in 1947, and those uncovered before them in Egypt's Nag Hammadi in 1945 AD. 116. They don't want you to know the truth about their history of flesh-eating, killing, stealing, the reptilian root of their god or gods, their blood-drinking and flesh-eating past. 117. How their religions are based on evils you would not accept if you only knew the truth. Join only to your own Nuwapu, Nuwapians. 118. Nuwapu, Nuwapians, are the solutions of the racial problems is simple. Don't believe anything they say about religion. 119. Don't accept their offers of any kind. 120. They have bad or evil economic plans, moral plans, spiritual or religious plans, and social plans that are only problems to our people, and a plan to eliminate us, keep us blinded by their bright white light. 121. They keep us as Negroids and negative in a slave mentality. 122. Yet, Wunuwap, something they never heard of before, they can't figure out what you are thinking. 123. So they can't classify you as they can if you say, I am Muslim. They say, which kind? 124. If you say, I am Hebrew or Israelite, they say, which kind? 125. If you say, I am Christian, they say, which kind? If you say, I am Masonic, they again ask you, what kind? 127. Yet, when you say, I am Nuwapian, they can only say, what is that? 128. And that's the first step to being out of his reach, and elimination of him and his will lead to right thinking, free thinking, and right actions for liberty and self-rule by the forces of our own ancestors of nature, Pa Najar-U. 129. There's nothing wrong with protecting your own and the use of our own spirit forces to counteract the adverse forces and show us the way to liberty and freedom. And we cannot see the way with his blinding white light in our face. 130. Remember, in their own Bible, St. Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan as lightning fallen from the heaven, not from darkness, and 2 Corinthians 11:14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light, not dark, light, fire, lighten, white, pale as Isaiah 14:12, Lucifer, light bearer. 131. An unseen God has to be transparent, clear, ghost, an unheard God or Lord or Allah. 132. If your God has never been seen by you, how do you prove he or it is real or exists? 133. Unseen means he or it has not been seen, confirmed. 134. If he does not exist or sum up to a thing, then he is nothing, non-existent. 135. Not even a spook or clear glass, ghost, nothing, as the Bible says in John 1:18, 1 Timothy 6:16, Genesis 32:3. 136. It's an angelic man, verse 24. That's what the Bible says. Is that what you call on for help? Nothingness? 137. By that existing religious system given you by other than your own, there is no solution to the problems and miserable conditions of our people anywhere unless you have a solution that is workable everywhere. 138. Ay pamun zal nasdar amun nabab re'e achak pata. Offer all my kin to do it yourself solution, which will make us stronger. 139. It will unite us mentally to do what we must do, and he can't interfere because he doesn't even know where to start, because he doesn't have Wu Nuwap, Nuwap-U, or Nuwapians in his dictionaries. 140. He doesn't know what it means to us or him. 141. It's our forces. 142. He can't even join in or invade us. 143. He doesn't know where to start. That is our solution. Without his evils, he can't control us as he can in other religions or groups who he has in his dictionaries. (144) All of us can work diligently and determinately towards eliminating negative and slave mentality, and it starts with us all doing it privately without committing suicide by provoking the visible adverse forces to brutalize or to brutalities and atrocities against us. 145. When we Nuwapians have free minds of him and his, we speak Nuwapic, live Nuwapu in all ways. 146. Free minds means we will do free things. Once we do that, you will see our mentality or mental capacity as personification of original creative forces are greater than that of others. 147. Once our minds break the spell, freedom requires a free mind, and the responsibilities of a free mind requires self-control, self-rule. 148. God in your own image, and you in the image of your own gods. 149. The universal facts called Wu Nuwap informs us Patahites that there were three creations. 1. Original or primary creation. 2. Evolutional or secondary creation. And 3. Ghostational or tertiary creation. 150. Primary creation was performed by nine-eater or Etherians whose science is Wu Nuwap. 151. Nine-eater is a combination of all existing gases of nature, or Najar-U. 152. Nothing anywhere can be as powerful as all existing gases. 1 to 9, or 101. 101. Therefore, nine-eater is the most potent power, Sakam, in the universes. 153. So nine-eater is the original creator who grew all the universes. 154. The word creations means growth in the form or system out of darkness or blackness, the dark matter. 155. Nine-eater is conscious and conscience gases. 156. The Nuwapian race or Negroids in person of the African little people, wrongly called pygmies, came along with original creation. That is the same kind of ether forces that grew the universe, also grew the dwarf little original bush people, Besites, Patahites. 157. Therefore, the Besites or Patahites, Nubans, and their evolutionary descendants are the personification of the original creative forces. 158. To make it plain, The African little people, Besites, Patahites, created out of the universe, first in their spirit form by Nine Ether, then Nine Ether personified themselves as Paa Najaru into Paa Kamanu unto Paa Sabatu, and the Paa Kabatu as Paa Katu personifies as flesh and blood beings. (159) There are many kinds of ether between 1 and 9, but 2 stands out. 1, 9 ether, and 2, 6 ether. 160. 9 ether produce 6 ether, just as Nagaru, Negroids, produce Kakasu, Canaanites, Caucasoids, and 6 ether produce ghosts. 161. 9 ether becomes 6 ether through time and age. 162. 6 ether is 9 ether in death, and ghost is the death of 6 ether. 163. After the death of 6 ether, or their 6,000 years end, and their moon or ghost cycle, 9 ether rises again. 164. So in fact, 6 ether is adverse to 9 ether, just as death is adverse to life. 165. 9 ether is ether in its youth, strength, and old age, and 6 ether is ether in death. 166. Therefore, ghost is the death of death. 167. Like everything else, when dying gets old, or that which is dying gets old. 168. It just dies. One is dead. 169. Death is the state, dying is the action, and death is the stopping point or end. 170. Ether comes back to life in the person of 9 ether. Birth with each and or any Negroid and our forces of nature, Paa Najar. 171. Our Re, sun, and the other true Najamat, stars, generate ether. By 9 ether, but 9 ether first generated the physical bodies of Paa Re'u, the suns. In other words, the suns, the true stars of the universes, are self-created, meaning self-governed. 172. That it grew out of dark matter by the very power that they now reproduce. 173. Our science, Wu Nuwap, tells us just how and when, but it suffices to state at this point in them that evolution or secondary creation started some 17,250,000 years ago, and it was performed by 6 ether whose science is pantheism. Religions and 6 ether is known today as Leviathan, and use these many names and titles and or attributes as if they are dear Jesus, Lord, Christ, Zeus, Lar, Baal, Bel, Gad, God, Re, Sol, Angel, Allah, El Shaddai, Adonai, Hashem, Thoth, Hermes, Jupiter, Elion, Jehovah, Jah, Marduk, El, Yahweh, Yeshua, Dios, Messiah, Rab, Mashiach, Elohim, Elo, Theos. 174. They will use any name but is linked to their 6 ether and down to 1 ether or demon forces of ghosts, devils, Satan, Shaitan, Iblis. And they will stand right next to you, smile and call out Jesus is Lord or Allah is great. Yet, it's evil, deception, false. 175. To win you over to their demon god or gods, ghouls. 176. They will lead you to their religions to win your soul, and after your death, to give your grave site to ghouls to eat your flesh or brains. 177. All in this moon or ghost manifestation. 178. Evolution was partial destruction of original creation when they were born with the disease of leprosy, because the structure is changed and form or composition or both. 179. So with them came diseases, death, sickness, world over. 180. He is a disease, and now he spreads it by sex force, lust, sex, open and free, and young Nagaru, Negroids, world over, are being tricked by sexual pleasures to indulge and become diseased with VD of all kinds and die and kill those you have sex with, self and kind. 181. That is part of his offerings to his God, and you do it because it feels good, feels godlike. 182. Six ether, the evolutionary forces, is ether with less gases than 9 ether. Skin, 6 ether, fur, skin, 9 ether, hair. 183. Therefore, it has a different nature than 9 ether, and this is why the 6 ether has the same fur as all other beasts on this planet, because they are non-human beings, being beast men. 184. 9 ether beings grew hair 999, while 6 ether beings grew fur or straight. 185. As you see, when a baby is first born and its genes are weak, it has fur, not woolly hair. 186. As its genes get stronger, its fur curls to become woolly-like, or nines, nappy, kinky. 187. Then as they age again and their genes weaken, their hair changes to fur, and then they die. 6 ether is dead. 188. Which means it has less strength than petahite. If your hair has become straight or straightened because you wish to look like his women, because you have been taught to hate your own image or your own gods, (189) Woolly hair was produced by a more potent gas formula, 9 to the 9th power of 9, never ending. 190. 6 ether is also conscious gases called devil and witchlock in war with you, or warlock, sorcerers, wizards in Caucasian mythology and theology. 191. Ghost is conscious gases, which has less various gases in it than 6 ether or sex ether, sextons. Therefore, their ghost or spirit forces is much weaker gas combination than 9 ether. Just as 6 ether is weaker than 9 ether, semen is efficacious fluid fire. 192. Originally, as gold liquid gold, by much has been lost by mixing with 8 ether, 7 ether to 6 ether. Now Negro lost is ether fluid forces. 193. Ghostation or tertiary creation was done by God or ghosts 6,000 years ago with the birth of Canaan. And this is one reason why Caucasians, Caucasoids, Caucasian, New Celtics, who are German or germed men, now claim to be Aryans and changed Hindu gods Krishna to Christ. And this is the main religion that the Caucasian taught the captives Christianity. Once many saw did not work for them, they became Jews and Muslims, but behind each is the same 6 ether forces. They each teach what the world was created by an unseen God 6,000 years ago. Dear Adam, MDA, or MD, damn, blood. 194. But they did not and will not tell the captive, they, the Caucasoid world, those who blush in their transparent skin, as they explain the name Adam in their Bible under Hebrew Strong's number 112 to 133, be it MDA, Edom, or MDA, Adam. The same 3 letters, and also the same in Arabic, ADM, flush, show blood, turn rosy, red, ruddy, rosy red, garnet, reddish, redness, red spots, 195. This is not black or brown. It's rosy red, like the word lep, rosy, leper, leprous, as you can read, 196. So clearly in their Bible of Leviticus chapter 13, 1 to 59, who were the Leviticus chapter 14, 13 to 33 to 34, and verses 54 to 57, 197. They are unclean. They will not teach these facts, 198. 6,000 years ago was the birth of their Adam, named in their Bible, Canaan, Genesis chapter 9, son of Cush, who had a curse on him. The albino group called Canaanites was the beginning of the Caucasian race, and Cain was their mindset killer. Kill, kill, kill. 199. So when 6 Eta reaches its climax in evolution, it produces Taraf, ghost, and ghost is God, German, Gut, Hebrew. 200. The posterity of 9 Eta is the Negroid. The 9 Eta woolly-haired Patahite. The posterity of 6 Eta is the Celtics, and others who choose them of the Mongolians and Indians, 201, and will die with them, 202. They were all grafted or extracted from the original Patahite through gene splicing and ghost process to become human, ghost or transparent people, soulless, 203. When seen with the spiritual eye, ghost looks like haze or fog, and that means ghost is white and thereby the last stage of color, 204. So since the Caucasian race came into being by ghostation or death of the body by the disease of leprosy, 205, it has less color than any other race. All the original Kakasu, Caucasian, or Kan-Anu Canaanites has white fur, transparent skin, and white eyes like their gods, the Kama'u Pleiadians, 206. Yet, now they have made it a point by using religion to intermingle with other races and took on some color, yellow to red fur, blue to green eyes, pink to cream skin color, 207. Don't be ignorant of these facts about self and kind or your kin. Tawukum.
I Am Who I Am will be read by Namir the Houthi Ray.
Anuki Namir the Houthi Ray. I am who I am. 1. I have been with you because I love you all. 2. I am Zedji, Zetwi, Zedi, Pab, Monzal, Nazdar, Amun, Nabab, Re Akatar, Zeti. 3. I will soon depart from you. 4. I incarnated from time to time to renew our timeline. 5. I am here which is there now. 6. My time to depart is near, so I only wish you knew who I was to you. 7. I will return again and again. Look for me in the wind, Look for me in the water. Look for me in the soil. Look for me in your dreams. 8. I will reincarnate again when needed. 9. This is my findings. 1. They look at me, yet they don't see the real me. 2. They listen to me, yet they don't hear what I am really saying. 3. They have touched me, and still they were not able to feel me. 4. They have kissed me, yet they did not love me. 5. They were born of my genes, yet they are not my child. 6. They follow me, yet not close enough. 7. They came to me, yet they did not stay. 8. They smiled with me, yet they did not mean it. 9. They greeted me, yet and still never meant it.
Tawakun. Please tune in every shadow at 8 p.m. for another Paa Taraq, and at 9 a.m., 3 p.m., and 9 p.m. for chanting with the Supreme Grand Council of 24 Elders. Wadau Yasar.